went ahead and paid. I knew, yeah, we'll figure
got a
this
bill,
out.
yeah.
I got a bill. We went ahead and covered it, so now they got to get it back to us. But his mom was, she was scared.
That is a mess sometimes when you're like, oh, I want to book a flight for a bigger
I think there's 22 of us, something like that. So
You want to make sure you're all together and on the same plane, but when you do that,
yeah.
it ties on the ticket to
Thanks, Gina.
changes are difficult.
We're ready, everybody. 1111.
That's what that thing's for.
Yes.
Yeah, similar. We need to change. Okay, well, you can.
Okay, Gina, if
Morning,
you
Sandy.
would, I guess start us off with a roll call.
Craig Miller,
Here.
Wendell Eckelkamp, Jordan Dalveris,
Here.
Ray Frankenberg,
Here.
Bob Ingeman.
Here.
Bill Stratman, Mayor Hagedorn,
Here.
Joe Holtmeyer,
Here.
Sandy Lucy. Here. LB Eckelkamp, Steve Sullentrop, Kurt Understall, Mark Wessels.
Here.
Jeff Niemeyer, Charles Stankovic, Darren Lamb.
Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge Okay, before we start, Bill called me last Thursday and said he wasn't going to make it. He needed to take his wife to some minor medical thing. He thought he might be able to make it here by the time we started, which I thought was kind of odd. She has to be getting there really early, but that's the reason Bill isn't here. He will be back and in charge next time. And with that, we'll start off with an approval of the minutes. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes, and does anybody want to make a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
I have a motion and second on the minutes, and they will be approved. And we'll start off with Craig, Amtrak, anything?
I do not have a report this week. We meet in 2 weeks, I think, with our regularly scheduled MORPAC meeting. At that point, we'll talk a little bit about their budgeting procedures, because I think they'll get some more information there. And they're going to talk a little bit about, they're still negotiating details on that, the third round trip during the World Cup time. They're trying to figure out exactly what those details are going to look like. Doesn't look like it's going to be a daily, everyday thing, but it's going to be centered around events as they try to do that. So anyway, I'll have some more information next time, perhaps.
All righty, thank you. Any comments on Amtrak? Hearing none, we'll move on to the Missouri River Bridge flood access mitigation. I think this might be one of the first times we've had this as its own heading on here. Charles? Can you update us?
We had the report from the Corps at the last one. We have a meeting with them April 7th to go over potential funding, what different grants and, opportunities they have for cost share, to do a further, bigger study, or what are the next steps, what are the different options, kind of talk through those things with the Corps. So at the April meeting, we should have an update from that meeting, so.
Good.
Okay, sounds good. Are we going to have a committee on that, or is the city just going to take the lead on this? And
I think let's get some information back to you in April, and then we can go ahead and take it from there.
Okay, all right, good. Thanks, Charles.
Yeah.
And then you're still up there, I believe. The Highway 47 Corridor Committee? Jim and Charles have been tag teaming that one, so.
I would like to request that the Highway 47 Corridor Committee report be removed from the agenda going forward.
I just saw
The committee has not met in years. The committee was organized to study the traffic on 47 and make recommendations to MoDOT. Subsequent to that, over the years, MoDOT has developed this, and MoDOT pretty well has taken over 47. There's no need for the Corridor Committee to continue with any work. So we really don't need to report, unless something special would come up that we would need to address. So
Okay.
it really doesn't need to be on the agenda.
Any discussion on that? The Highway 47 corridor, does that include the work that's going on between Washington and St. Clair?
Yes.
I think it would be nice to have some sort of an update from some entity.
Yeah, so I think what Jim is kind of talking about is that this was something very separate from what we started with our project. So I think this is an older item.
Yes, it is.
This started when Jim was here. Jim started this. It was actually Washington who started the discussions with MoDOT on Highway 47, and then they decided to get input from all the different cities along the way. And then at some point, the commissioners decided they wanted to be in charge of it, and so they then took charge of it. And that would have been probably in 2000 and maybe 16, well, yeah, way back then. So anyway, and then here we are today. So,
Okay, so we've got a recommendation then to take it off the agenda.
well, you haven't met for a long time, I don't think.
It's been years.
It's been years, and, you know, it kind of went by the wayside. But it was Jim's idea originally, and then this county decided they wanted to be in charge of it, and so, whatever. You haven't met for years, so.
I'll just then make a motion to change the name of it from the Highway 47 Corridor Committee to Highway 47 MoDOT Update.
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, I think we're all really passionate
Right,
about
right.
Highway 47.
So, yeah.
You would hate to, would that be okay with you, Jim?
That would be perfect.
Yeah.
We're handing it off to you.
Sounds good.
It's all yours, Jordan.
Sounds
So let's
good.
do a second, just to make sure we're all good with that.
I'll
Second.
that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. We've got it changed and moved over to Jordan. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you very much.
All right, and then the next one, Jim, I think you're going to be up on the Franklin County Transportation Committee. Charles, okay. I'm new, guys.
I don't really have anything. We met, I think it was last week, and wasn't a whole lot to report on that, so.
And you are the official president or chair, or what of that
Yeah,
committee?
I guess I'm the chair, so.
Congratulations. Okay, anybody have any questions of Charles on Franklin County Transportation? Thank you then. And you might want to hang around on the 50/50 grants. It's either you or Jordan on that one I've got down for that.
Yeah, we applied for the STP back in February. We're still waiting, probably sometime in May. We're hoping to hear back for, you know, kind of preliminary recommendations from East West Gateway, whether we are recommended or not for.
We were the only STP
Yes.
application.
Yeah, you go.
Okay, for the county.
Elaborate on that, Charles.
But yeah, we're the only applicant in Franklin County. So typically, they at least award one project per county. So we're very hopeful that we should get awarded that.
Is that an 80/20, 50/50?
That's the 80/20. So we already secured the 50/50 cost share with MoDOT, and then this would be 80% of our 50% share of that. So ultimately, we'll be paying like 10%.
10% of
And
the
that,
total
Splitting
that
cost.
that.
amount's gonna be split with the county, right?
Correct. So Washington's portion would be like 5%.
And that project is the first section from Washington south?
Yeah, so it's about 4,000 feet south from Beaker Road there to where the East-West Parkway, future East-West Parkway is gonna intersect with 47. So widening that to 4 lanes with a middle turn lane at, you know, different spots where we need it, so.
Similar to what we already have.
Yeah,
Going through
extending
town.
what we have further south and then putting in a new, you know, type of intersection where the new East-West Parkway will be.
Charles, where that is planned to go through the East-West Parkway, approximately, what's there right now, so I can identify with that?
It's like right where 2 properties meet, just north of, was it Mid-America Coaches there?
Okay, all right.
And when that's approved and finished, is it gonna look similar to what it is now, where those 2 lanes kind of converge and they just drop down to 1 lane, or do we know what that's gonna
We're still figuring it out with full design, what that'll look like. There'll probably be some sort of intersection there, so it'll transition around that intersection, like I said, similar to what we have today, or it just kind of depends what type of intersection goes in there. Is it signalized? Is it a roundabout or something different, you know, and then how does that taper look, so. But yes, after that point, it will transition back to 2 lanes, most likely.
Any other comments or discussion on that, the 50/50 grants? Is that where we're at right now?
Yep.
Or are we on? Yes. Hearing nothing? Thanks, Charles.
Yep.
And then next we have the MoDOT Northeast District. And it looks like Jeff Niemeyer and Joe Gildehouse are not here.
Well,
Joe's here.
right there.
Joe, there you are.
How can you
I'm
miss
used to
him?
seeing you in the middle.
He's hard to miss.
There's really not a lot to report, other than the biggest thing over the weekend was, they took down the, overpass on Highway 47, started at 7 o'clock Friday night, and, it was open about 5:30 yesterday afternoon, so, MoDOT did a very good job on that, so there's some inconvenience for the next 134 days.
Whoa.
Oh, 134 days.
So the days are down, they're counting. So now we got the north and the south in Warren County, that's the
There
big
you
thing
go.
going on there. So,
Okay.
other than that, that's a big thing for MoDOT right now.
Where are they rerouting them, Joe, to?
Well, depending on which way, if you're on 47, if you're on Interstate 70, you can either take the Wildcat exit, which is towards the Wright City area, or you can take Highway M exit, which is by Rural King, depending on which way you want to go, on that. It's going to be, one's a 2-mile inconvenience, one's a 6-mile inconvenience. It just, but they did a really good job, a lot of signage, there's signage all the way down in Marthasville, what's going on.
Okay.
So, what's nice now, over the weekend, you couldn't get access at all to the interstate. Now, since it's open, at least you can be going east now. If you come on 47, you can get going east now, get on the ramp. You just can't be going west. So if you go west, you want to go up to the Rural King exit. So it's an inconvenience, but they did, I will give MoDOT a lot of credit, a lot of information out the last several months. So people should know.
And how long again? I'm sorry. How many days?
134 days yet.
134.
That's their,
135.
that's a fast-track bridge, is what they say, so. So I'm sure that's what Jeff would have
Quick.
said.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. And that's coming, the first phase on that side is coming from Highway 40 to Warrenton?
The first phase of 70?
Of the 71, yeah.
Oh, there's 16 phases. Almost every phase is in route right now. I mean,
So they've got
actually,
several of them started along the way.
yeah, there's, I think in fact, I know I speak with Kim Trainer every Monday, and you probably know Kim, and I think all 16 phases has something going on right now.
The contractors.
Yep. Yeah, I just traveled to Kansas City, actually went out to the Denver and then back. But traffic moves good through it, but
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it is.
it's progress, and in a couple of years, it'll all be done, so it's just one of those things, so.
Sounds good. Any other questions or discussion for Joe? Thanks.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you being here.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, now the Washington Special Road District, Wendell is not here. And does anybody know of anything going on with it? All right, we'll move on from that. The old Highway 100 bridge, that's either gonna be, I guess, Jim or,
Yeah, so
Gordon.
the slide's been done, and Jim, there's no issues, knock on wood, everything's going well?
The Highway 100 slide, the old Highway 100 slide, we have checked it again for elevation changes. We have not found any elevation changes or horizontal changes. There was a little settling early on, but that is all completed now. None of the pavement has any cracks in it. It appears to be in very good shape.
Wonderful.
We will be taking the concrete barriers down and replacing that with a continuous guardrail in that area, just for safety. That will happen in about 8 weeks.
Wonderful.
Update on the slide.
Wonderful. As far as the bridge goes, we're still in design, so we're expected for next fiscal year, which does start July 1st of 2026 here. So I believe it should be later this year that we should get that awarded and everything and get that going. So we're working on the final design now.
Should we remove the slide from the agenda, or if it's off?
Yeah, it sounds like, knock on wood, everything's going well, the initial settling, and so,
Think?
okay?
Okay, so,
We'll plan on taking that off the agenda and it'll.
I mean, if something, you're gonna continue to check it, so if something comes up, you would let us know. Yeah, okay, thank you.
The curve on the, I guess you'd call it the east end of it, is that gonna be softened eventually, or is that the way it'll stay now for the tie-in?
curve that's on there will remain
Mhm.
as it is right now. The speed limit in that area is 30 miles an hour, and that curve is, 30 miles an hour is fine for that area.
Okay. That's all I've got. Anybody have anything else? All right, Charles, the airport?
We're back up and running out there on the runway extension project. They got a couple lanes poured last week. They're hoping to get a little more poured this week before the rain comes in later this week. So should have that wrapped up sometime here by the end of April.
Awesome. So, end of April? Anything else at the airport going on?
No, nothing.
Any questions or discussion? Thanks, Charles. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Team track?
no report.
And one more for you, East-West Parkway?
Nothing to report.
I think that gets us down to public transportation.
No Taylor today, this is bad.
And I'm sorry, can you grab that and pull that down?
Sorry I wasn't here last month. To be honest, I kind of forgot in the nicest way. So the last 2 months, we have done 16 trips, which we were doing like one a week. So we are doing almost double than what we were doing originally. We've been taking people to the airport twice in the past 2 months. And then the newest thing, which we could have always done, was taking individuals to the Gateway Transportation Center for the intermodal transportation, to take people there for they can get on, multiple areas of transportation. And we did that 4 times in the past 2 months. So I guess people are utilizing us out here in the rural community to get to St. Louis, to get them wherever they need to go with the other transportation modal. So I think our year is up in March, but we got funding, I think, additional, I don't know if it's additional or we didn't use all of our funding, but we're supposed to be good for this intercity transportation until 2028. So that's exciting, because originally it was 1 year, and I guess because we've been utilizing it and people are going, we got an extension, or we haven't used all our money. I'm not exactly sure on which one, but I know it doesn't expire now until March of 2028, so.
Oh, good.
That's awesome.
All righty. Any questions or discussion on that?
All right, well, thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
All right, half-cent sales tax, Darren or Sandy?
Well, we feel like everything's going well.
I agree.
I mean, are you all thinking that too? Are we?
Just gotta get people to vote.
Yeah, we just have to get the vote out, but, I mean, we haven't really encountered any opposition.
Yeah, we've had presentations to various civics groups and within the community, anybody that, we've got a group that we typically have addressed in the past, back in 2018, and you may see, you're gonna see stuff on social media, you'll see a lot more in the paper coming up. I think the chamber had sent out postcards to all the residents in the community. Informational material was also provided within the utility billing. So, yeah, I mean, we've been pretty much met with, a lot of nodding heads that understand the reason. And the biggest challenge that we all knew was renewing the transportation sales tax and trying to show the history of what we've accomplished with it and why we need to renew that now versus later. And so far, everybody seems to understand that, why we put it on the ballot now. So there are a lot of things on the ballot that are much more than normal for April, so will probably be another challenge. Both propositions will be on the backside of the ballot. So we're making sure that everybody understands that when you get it. I know the election judges always remind people when they get their ballot that check on the backside or whatever, but all of the municipal, especially the propositions, are on the backside of the ballot. So, I don't have any other thing.
Yeah, individuals have been, the groups have been receptive. We have a lot of endorsements.
Right.
And that'll be in the paper probably coming up this week maybe, or whatever, or was it in there already?
I don't remember which edition, but it's
It was
gonna be
already
the
in there?
Thursday edition prior to the
Okay,
election.
Should be in this week.
yeah. And, yeah, we just need to get the vote out, and if you encounter anyone that's not familiar with it, or, you know, doesn't know what to do, have them, you know, be an ambassador and have them, you know, explain to them what's going on. I mean, I think we all know. In total, we've probably spoken, when it's over, we have a couple more to do yet, just one more. We have spoken with 22, 23 different groups, so we've been out there quite a bit, and various people are doing the presentations, so it's going well.
If we can get people to text on the day of the election, text people in town, 10 people that they know, and just to remind them to vote, that would be
Good idea.
very helpful. Then that way the word's out there that, oh, it is election day, I'll have to go vote, so. You remember to do that.
Kudos to Joe. He and his son were the sign guys that put the signs out, so, and then had to go redo them all when the wind came through, so, anyway. Several times, yeah. And it's gonna be windy again today, so,
That's a
anyway.
daily
It's a daily
operation.
thing, yeah. Well, thank you for doing that. So.
And then when is the vote? What's the
April 7th,
7th, so next Tuesday.
From tomorrow.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I
next
thought.
7th. Yeah, mark your calendar, Ray.
There you go. I'll be there before I go to work, as soon as they open. Turn it to the backside and vote and leave.
That's right.
The judges hand it to them upside down.
There you go. That's what we should do, go in, turn all the ballots over.
Yeah.
All right. Half-cent sales tax, any other business? If I end it this quick, he's never gonna call on me again, so let's end it.
I do just want to make the reminder to everybody, of course, that we are getting in some better, warmer weather, so we are going to have more operations out on the roads and everything. So we are entering to that work zone season. So of course, not just MoDOT and state routes, but of course county routes. As you see, all of their maintenance crews just doing all the normal out and about day-to-day kind of operations, whether it be mowing, litter pickup, or any kind of culvert replacements, or just pothole patching. All of those operations are in full swing, so just everybody make sure to pay attention, buckle up, phone down, and please obey those work zone signs. So,
Thanks for that.
Put these things down, please, while
Yes.
you're driving.
That does remind me of one thing, the Highway 44, there was a big project in the near future coming up on 44?
Yes, we do still have our project on I-44 at the US 50 interchange, so that is still in full swing. That is a design-build project, so that is still kind of doing a lot of behind-the-scenes kind of paperwork and everything, getting ready for the request for qualifications. So they're gearing up for I believe another public meeting, and then an industrial meeting later into the early summer, I believe. So there's more to come on that. They're just kind of working on a lot of different paperwork and conceptual items.
And is that one part of a much larger project on 44 that you're going on?
So the rest of I-44 through Franklin County is on the high priority unfunded needs list. So currently, as it stands, this is the funding that we were able to kind of get out of the COVID funds. So this is general revenue funding that is being used for this project, as well as a lot of different other pots of money. We were able to grow it from, I believe it was 20 million is what we kind of started with from the general revenue, and now it's over 100 million for this project. So we've got a good substantial pot to make a difference for that area. When the study was done for all of I-44, essentially from Springfield all the way to Missouri 100, as of course the third lane drops right here at Missouri 100. So that's where the study limits was. The area of US 50 was the highest crash that was recorded and everything. So that's where we are focusing on that. That's the highest priority. And so, of course, the state really pushed and said, yes, we need to make sure that we get a good project here. So that's the first step. And, of course, the rest of I-44 being on the high priority unfunded needs list, we're just going to keep going as we can.
Ray, I would like to go back to one item. The Highway 47, the STP grant that the city has submitted, those should be available. I'm going to check and see if you can even make public comment on it now, but I know that that will be in the near future as well, because what East West Gateway does, as soon as they announce their recommended projects, and they have a series of workshops, and I'm trying to get them to go ahead and have that workshop for Franklin County here at the City of Washington, so that we can go ahead and give our input on that project. I don't want to take anything for granted, so be on the lookout. I'm going to check, and Gina may be sending you an email out with a link to go ahead and start making some of those positive, hopefully, comments about 47 and why it's necessary and why it's needed and why it will go ahead and increase to the overall good of the 47 corridor. So be on the lookout for that. If there's a link available now to get public comment, I want to send it out to you guys and get that out to you, but just be aware of the fact that in the future, this summer especially, they'll be having a series of workshops where they get public input on all the projects, and we just want to make sure that they're aware of how important 47 is. I mean, for as many years as it's been on this agenda, I think we can take the time now to go ahead and make some positive comments on it and say, yes, this is something that we really need.
So this is for that first section south of Washington? that
Yes,
we're talking
correct.
about?
This is exclusively for the STP application on the remaining 6.8, 6.9 million that's a part of our local 50/50 share, where we're trying to get 80% of that covered.
And I totally agree with you on that. I mean, getting this first part done now is gonna be a whole lot better than if we had to do it later when the traffic is larger and some of the other improvements are already done. So the earlier we can get these transportation improvements done, the more it fuels our growth in jobs and industry and school and all of it.
I've been talking with staff just to try to get that public meeting, if they're gonna hold one in Franklin County, that they hold it here. So, and I think they're certainly, they've held them here before. I think most of you have experienced those in the past, so hopefully we have it here.
And how far out in the future is that meeting?
That could be in June, possibly, but I do think that there's a way that you can go online now and make comments now. We're gonna check with that, and so it doesn't hurt to go ahead and start just filling out a quick form that they've got. I'm gonna check and see how they're taking in the public input first myself, and then if it's beneficial now, I'll have Gina send it out to the committee.
Okay, I think that'd be good, and then we can make an announcement of how anybody gets on it to leave a comment. And
We can do that.
Start doing it early.
Yep, thank you.
Excellent, thanks, Darren. Any other comments or discussion? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Moved. Second.
I got a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 We are adjourned. Thanks, guys. Oh.
Hey, I like it.
Oh, that's official now.
Great job.
Well, no, Danny.
Well, they're over 500, so, you know,
Yeah, I've sat through a few.
Yeah. I know that they won home opener, and then
they won 2 of the 3.
two of the 3.